Hello, VC. Hope you're having a great evening. I've got another psychedelic snack, so I hope you haven't ate yet. Got a couple of albums and a couple of cool posters that you may want to take a look at. Most of my pickups have been online the last couple of months, but finding some great stuff. And the first one up is Blue Cheer, the 67 demos. Let's take a look at the hype sticker. Very cool. This came out 3 years ago for Record Store Day, and I passed on it because look at that sticker. Where is it? $20-some. The reason I passed on it Record Store Day in 2017 was because this is an EP, and I'm not going to pay full price for an EP. You know, I'm Dave the Pickup Artist. That's why. So I found this. A guy on eBay wanted $15 or the best offer for a mint or near mint copy. I offered him $10. But this is fantastic. This is Blue Cheer. Nobody really knows where they recorded it at, but it was a demo that they aired on KSAN, which is, I believe, is a San Francisco radio station back then. And a lot of people liked what they heard, and they signed Blue Cheer, and they went on from there. They recorded their first album. Here's a back cover. Get a little bit of information on how it came about. They were a trio. And the insert cover comes with these, I don't know, that's a Playboy insignia. I don't know what that's all about, but it's cool. It's on, of course, blue vinyl, but it's only one side. It's a 3-song EP that lasts 20 minutes, and it's awesome. I actually like the demos better than the first album. Some of them, at least 2 of them. Another cool thing about this release is it came with this poster. How about this? Again, Blue Cheer. Stars of the Week. I guess Tasty Freeze had a promotion. They had their Stars of the Week. One week it would be Blue Cheer, the next week it would be, Iron Butterfly or Jefferson Airplane. But yeah, that was cool, and I'm glad I held out on that. And that's a Record Store Day release, which leads me to believe that the myth that when you buy a record store release, it goes up in price. It doesn't necessarily go up in price. But yeah, it's cool to have that in the collection. Next I've got Count 5. I'm not going to take the sticker or the shrink wrap off, but check out the hype sticker. They were a 5-piece band. 2 guys in the Great Lakes area got together, a guitar player and a bass player, and they had 3 other guys join them, and they made their way to San Francisco, another San Francisco band, and they scored a deal. They would, for publicity, they dress up as vampires in capes, the Count 5 And that's the label. It's a recreation of the original label. And they had the capes on, these vampire capes, and they drive around in a hearse, and they go from concert to concert in San Francisco in this hearse. It's really funny. But they had one album and one single, which I think it made the top 10. But they broke up after that, and they were never heard from again. I think they did a last-minute bash back in the 90s or something, the obligatory reunion concert. But I've got a San Francisco Nuggets, and I've got a picture of, well, first we've got Blue Cheer. Here's a picture of Blue Cheer, who was also a San Francisco band. Another rare photo. This compilation has great pictures. And this is the Count 5 in their capes. Hanging out before the show. I think next door I've got the Youngbloods or something. Yeah, the Youngbloods next to it. But this is a great comp. I've shown this before, but check out some of the bands. Next, I've got a cool poster. I showed, I've got some a lot of family dog posters. I showed one a couple of months ago. And the family dog, they did the posters for the Avalon Ballroom. And this is the one they did for the, when Big Brother and the Holding Company showed up in 1967. This was the poster. And with all the family dog posters, there's always the hidden insignia, the hidden logo. And this time it's right there. See that? Very cool poster, very cool band. I would have loved to have been around back then. And finally, I've got the my second West Coast pop art experimental band album. This is part 1, but it's not their first album. It's actually their second album. Their first album came out a year earlier, and it was on another label. And it was mostly covers. It was a cover album that they did. And to add to the confusion, there were 2 different covers. But this was actually their second album. And yeah, here's a hype sticker. This is a reissue. All these are reissues. And it's got the replica of the cover. Now, the West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band, I heard that they were the first band to use liquid light shows in their concerts. You can see that real closely. The pictures the cover is hard to decipher, as were a lot of them back then. But that was a background of their live show, which now this wasn't the Joshua Light show, but it was apparently the first liquid light show. Which started in San Francisco. Interesting track listing. Now, this time around, this album was more garage than psych, but of course they evolved and went into a more psych vein. But this is a very good album. Track listing. Of course, we got the Frank Zappa cover of Help on the Rock, And that was released as a single. And that's about all I've got. I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope to see you real soon.